Good morning, hello, my name is Daniel, this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. I'm out for a ride this morning with Bike Fit Dan, who's being very antisocial, and he's doing a interval up Froggatt, if anybody knows it. I don't know why, I don't understand it. He reckons that structured training like makes you fitter. I don't buy into it myself. I think you just ride your bike lots. Anyway, today is hopefully going to be a long ride for me. I'm doing 2 or 3 hours of Dan, and then I'm going to try and do a loop afterwards. Listening to a good friend of mine, Cam Worth, you can't expect to do anything in racing that you haven't done in training. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to try and do some 5-6 hour rides at the power and intensity that I want to do at the Brutal Triathlon, because then I know what is and isn't realistic on the day. And I can't replicate the run round here. I can do the swim, and I can replicate the ride. Living in the Peak District, like hilly, I can even make like a specific route if I wanted to, but I'm just trying to use like friends for motivation where possible. So yeah, that's the plan today. The weather is looking good, not too hot, so it should be a good day on the bike. I started at the crack of dawn, started at 5:45 AM to ride to Dan's, and then it's now maybe 7, half 7, I don't know. And yeah, look forward to a good day out. Hopefully he's going to stop at the top and we'll say hi to Dan. It is so quiet, lovely. I've also sorted my bottom bracket creak. What I did was tighten my rear skewer. Creaks come from anywhere on bikes, don't they? And I also recently picked up a ultrasonic cleaner, only a small one, but you clean my cassette this week and it is like brand new. Even using wax drivetrains, you know, eventually you do get mucky, and more than anything, you get a build-up of wax on the cassette every now and again. So put it in the bath, give it a wipe, and it is literally sparkling. So it feels so good having like a, you know, creak-free bike. Feels like it's moving well. It's really good for morale. Anyway, I get to the top and take the mick out of Dan because his bike's really heavy. Okay, Laurie. Morning, Dan.
Morning.
Did you get the com?
Just, yeah. It wasn't easy, but I just got it.
I was reeling you back in towards the top.
Yeah, you nearly caught me. Yeah. I only had time to derobe, have a drink, do my headset.
Yeah. Change seat height. Oh, let's get pedalling. Right, righty. Didn't have time to sort his saddlebag out there, did he? I bet you'd left that at the top of the climb, hadn't you? Just get it out of the bush again.
Left at the bottom. I went back down and got it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
You got to the top.
Just stopped for a wee stop, and Dan, I'm not sure if I'm either dehydrated or I don't know if you ever take a multivitamin, but Liz forces one down me every night, and it really makes you wee like bright yellow.
I don't think anyone cares about your urine habits.
This is why they're here. This is why they hit that subscribe button, isn't it? Oh, lovely temperature. It's about 15-16 degrees. Perfect for me. Dan's freezing.
It's so cold. It's really cold.
Oh, Dan, we've got a big update.
What?
About our trip, haven't we?
Yeah.
Should we cross this road and then tell people?
Yeah.
Let's cross this road first. Yeah, so big update in our adventure trip planning, Dan. Mainly based around, you put quite a big stint on Duolingo that weekend, didn't you?
I'm level 9 now.
Yeah, made some good progress in Spanish.
Yeah.
So therefore, we're not going to France. We're going to the Canary Islands.
Yeah.
Aren't we? So if we need to order, what can you order now?
I can ask for a table for 2.
Yep.
And I can say this is a gift from my husband.
Oh, perfect.
So
yeah, well, that will suit the trip, won't it? So we're going to do some of the routes called the Gran Garanqui, or the Gran Garanche, or the Gran whatever.
Leave the Spanish to me, mate.
Yeah, yeah. We're basically riding across the Canary Islands, but we're not doing that exact official route, and we're not doing it as an event. We're just sort of adventuring, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ferries across between islands, 7 days of riding-ish.
Like island hops from Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, and then another one which we haven't decided yet.
Gravel, by the way.
Gravel, yeah.
Yeah, so what can possibly go wrong?
Everything.
And today is the second booking, like, meeting. Our second, like, right, let's organise some stuff. And again, we've chosen to ride our bikes instead, Dan.
Yeah, we've not done any planning.
No, we haven't.
Just chatted shit.
We booked flights though. Yeah. Flights are booked in the first couple of days, hotel accommodations booked. Pretty much all done. Good stuff, so yeah, look forward to it. It's actually not many weeks away, is it?
7 weeks, I think.
Yes, can't wait. Right, Dan, got a bike fit question. When I did the Outlaw last week and I stopped because I punctured, I had a bit of left foot pain. And when I stopped, I took my foot out of the shoe. I could barely put it on the floor, like it was agony for about 10-15 minutes. On the outside of my foot, right near the bottom. What's the answer? And don't tell me my shoes are too narrow because I like the colour.
I've told you shoes are too narrow a million times, and you know that that's the answer.
Can I use Lee Tunnicliffe's Lake discount code? Well, that is an interesting washing line. I'm just riding up through Bonsall. I started coming up via Jellia for the first like eighth of it. Saw Chris White, who hung his head out the car window and said, "Am I going for the com today?" No, Chris, I'm not. Well, I was going for it, but didn't get it. Always going for it. I'm now riding out, so Dan's peeled off. He's taking the kids to football. We made it with about 6 minutes to spare, otherwise he'd have been in big trouble. Now I'm riding out the second loop. Feels a bit like this is business now. Like when you're on your own, you've got to motivate yourself through it. But I am doing the last third of the club route, so I'm half expecting I might come across some of my club mates. The chance is slim, but I'm telling myself that because I'm always like, must motivate me to get to that point. And then when I turn around and join the club route, there's not very much climbing left, and I'm on the way home then. So yeah, I've just got to get through it. I've done 3 hours and 45 of riding so far, so give it another couple of hours and that'll be a real good day. But I really am trying to get 6 hours in if I can. Oh, this hill's getting steeper and steeper. I need both hands. One thing I am allowing myself is a toilet stop. I'm not weeing myself on a training ride. But do you ever feel like you're being watched? That's funny, isn't it? Anyway, I'm feeling good, to be honest. About 4.5 hours in now, just trying to make sure that I'm eating and drinking. Although it's not that hot, I am sweating loads, so I do feel a bit dehydrated, but such is life. And it's been quite hilly and tough, but this is where it's going to get tough when you're on your own and when there's no like mental stimulation, just to keep tapping it out is when it gets good. So what sort of power am I average so far? I think I'm on about, what have I done? 4 hours 17, normalized 219 watts, average speed 15 miles an hour. It's not very fast, but it doesn't really matter on this sort of terrain, this sort of ride. I'm just like, I'm not railing the descents. I'm on the flat. I'm not getting super aero and going fast. I'm just riding and just getting a consistent ride done. I've got 4 more weeks of training, so still got time. I don't need to absolutely bury myself. This is going to be difficult enough as it is. So let's get one at 4 hours 19. I reckon I've got 2 hours of riding left ish, so let's tap it out. I hope that shot was really nice because it's a block headwind and I could have done with being on the aero bars there. You're welcome. Oh, it's starting to really hurt now, but that's it, isn't it? Cycling does hurt after a while. I'm just going to grit my teeth and keep pushing. I'm hoping I'm going to turn into this tailwind in not too long. I think. I don't really know. I didn't really look at the wind direction today, but that's what I'm telling myself. 5.5 hours into the ride. The last thing you want is a mechanical, but that's what I've just had. The front, like the chain was making a funny noise, something was happening drivetrain wise, so I pulled over. My front mech was moving, so I thought, oh, the bolts just come loose. Tied it back up and it was still moving. It was actually the hanger, so the attached to the frame, that was loose there. Those 2 bolts had just rattled loose. Now I haven't had those off since I had the frame painted like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. So these things just rattle loose every now and again, so I need to make a mental note now. I've tightened them up, but when I get home and wash the bike, etc., I need to take the bolts out, put some retaining compound on the bolts, and then put them back in so that doesn't happen again. So that was in a race, that'd have been a problem. Now I just need to try and get my front mech on in exactly the right place at the side of the road with the multi-tool. Don't tell Liz, I'm walking in the kitchen with my cleats on. In this bag, I have a pizza, a can of Coke, and a bottle of chocolate milk. And a big well done from the guy at the shop. He didn't say well done, but if you'd know what I'd done, he would have done. Stats on screen, awesome ride. 6 hours and 55 minutes. No, I'm not around up to 7 hours. I was at 108 miles. Don't do anything, well, don't expect to do it. I can't even get the same right, never mind the principle. Don't expect to do anything in a race that you haven't done in training. So therefore, that there, what I've done today, is a bit of a benchmark for what I can expect to do for between 6.5 to 7 hours, which is What I'm hoping that the brutal bike leg will be between, of course, I don't really know, but I'm hoping it'll be somewhere around there. And the last hour, I felt really good. I had a bit of a rough patch, 5 to 6 hours, and just got my head down. It didn't really video much, but in the last hour, you know, I was able to press on the climbs up to like, I don't know, 260, 270 watts, and then sit at about 200 on the flats. So to normalise, I think I normalised 215 or 216 for the whole ride. I'm dead chuffed with that. If I can get another three of those in before the brutal, I'll be buzzing. I will be, but I'm hoping to get a bit more in, but 3 is a minimum. Oh, anyway, it's only 1:30 in the afternoon. Liz has gone out for a bike ride with Mrs. UK Bike Fit Official. So I just crossed paths with her. I actually saw her as I was coming back down to the village. And I'm going to have a shower. Oh, I'm going to have a bath actually and soak my gammy knee because that isn't looking too pretty. I'm going to eat that pizza. I'm going to lay down, probably have a nap on the sofa, maybe edit this video and a couple of others, and that is it. Sunday, weekend over, back to work tomorrow. Endure the grind. Really encouraged by that, but I've got a fair bit of work to do. Thanks very much for watching. Hope your training is going well. Hope you're getting geared up for the last few events of the year. It feels weird saying that, but I know there's not a huge amount of time left for summer now, is there? So thanks for support. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for, I don't know as if I'll be doing much tomorrow, but something later this week. See you later.